All right, so we have the following items: pencil, popsicle stick, eraser. You might just have an eraser on the end of your pencil. And what we are going to be doing is we're going to be tracing this, I think last time I did it 20 times. So when you are tracing, okay, so I have one traced. I'm going to be thinking about using my whole paper, okay? So I'm spreading them out so that they are evenly spread on the paper. And they don't have to be perfect. Don't worry if it wiggles a little bit like that. You won't notice in the end result. I can also trace them, let me show you here, so that they are coming off of the paper a bit. And I'm not really worrying too much about whether or not they're overlapping. They can touch, they can overlap. We're just going to trace. So I'm going to do this, as I mentioned, about 20 times. Now the only trick is keeping count, especially if other people are also tracing and counting out loud. So try to count in your head. If you're really struggling, you can very lightly, okay, very lightly put numbers on them if you have to. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, one of the really important things that I want you to think about is the use of space. So I'm using my space wisely. I'm taking up my whole page and I'm not making anything with them. This is called an array. When we take things and we place them throughout the page in no particular order, it is like, and if you want to know what the image is of, it's going to be of sprinkles. So you want to think of like if you dropped a bunch of sprinkles on something. Okay, so yes, absolutely. We are going to be coloring them in as another step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that one's not very good. 17. 18, almost there, 19, and do one kind of coming off the page, 20. All right, now the next trick is to look at the page once I have my 20 traced, and I'm going to have to erase the parts that overlap so that the whole sprinkle is there, right? So I'm going to decide that this sprinkle is on top, so I'll erase the ones that go through it. Okay. And maybe I want this one to be on top of this one, so then I would erase this. So we're thinking about overlapping, okay? And if you erase a little bit too much, just draw it back in. So that is how we are going to do the first couple of steps of this project. And you want to make sure that you overlap or you erase any of those lines that make it look like your sprinkle is transparent, because sprinkles aren't transparent. Anyone know what they're made out of? It's mostly just sugar, yeah.
Guys,
Yep. All right. So there we go. That'll be our first step of the project today. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving the illusion. So make sure you're paying attention. Nothing is in your hands. Eyes up. Okay. We're going to be giving the illusion that these sprinkles are three-dimensional. So in order to do that, okay, remember whenever we get our box of pastels, so we're just watching right now, and you guys will do it after. So whenever we get our box of pastels, it should have an elastic on it. You'll do it after, not right now. Okay, take the elastic off, put it in the lid, set your lid halfway up like this so that it doesn't fall inside. So then, we're going to pick one sprinkle at a time. You might pick a color scheme. Maybe there are specific, like you just want to have light blue and dark blue sprinkles. Or maybe you just want to have orange, red, and yellow, so it's like the color of fire. Maybe you just want like the colors of oceans. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your color. Okay? So in this case, I'm using a dark blue. I'll do an easy one first. I'm going to pick one of the sprinkles that is on the top. It doesn't go under any of the other sprinkles. I'll do this one right here because it's the easiest. So I'm going to start by tracing it. Okay, so I'm tracing it with my pastel. Then I'm just going to lightly go inside the line a little bit. And it doesn't have to be super neat, but it does have to stay inside the sprinkle. And then I'm going to take my white pastel.
Oh, to like mix it up?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start by going just on the inside. I'll leave a little bit of the outside, just plain blue. So I'm going around the outside, just over that blue that I just colored. Okay. So nothing should be in your hands. And then, so once I've gone over that first color with blue, I've left a little bit, sorry, with white, I've left a little bit of the blue on the outside. Then I'm going to just work my way in. So I'm going inside a little bit more, and then just coloring the inside. So what that'll do is it makes it look like my sprinkle has a curve to it. Okay. Now, here's the tricky part. If your sprinkle is behind another sprinkle, all right, so if you have your sprinkle that goes behind another one, you're going to go down to that sprinkle, you're going to outline it just like you did before. Only difference is you're going to outline right here and right here because it goes underneath, so it's going to make a little bit of a shadow. So then I do the same thing. I'm going to color a little bit inside with that green, or whatever color you choose. Okay. And then, what do I do now? Yeah. So I'm just going to take my white and I'm going to go around all of that I just did. So I'm just going over it, leaving a little bit of a border. And then I'm going to go inside a bit more, inside a bit more, inside a bit more until I've got the whole sprinkle done. Ta-da! And you're just going to do that with every sprinkle. All right? Awesome.